Fala, seus puto, videozinho de cagadas da NFLFLs. É isso que a gente vai ver aqui, cara. Só os caras fazendo merda. Só coisa porca. Vamos ver. De acordo com o Vinícius. O Vinícius quer
Não,
coisa.
falei nada não.
Falou, falou!
20 momentos ridículos.
20 momentos de coisa porca. 20 momentos de
Não
coisa fazendo merda.
necessariamente. O primeiro que eu vi
eu...
era bom.
Vamos ver se é bom mesmo. Olha lá. Que porra é essa? Olha lá, bom.
Oxi! Nossa!
Que isso, que isso?
An NFL player celebrated
Ó,
a touchdown.
correu pro
by
Ted.
punching a dude in the face.
Caralho, jogou a bola.
I don't know what that man's doing. And
O Malco tomou de graça ali, velho.
Meteu um kickators.
ridiculous interception.
Lá vai o maluco, fez o passe. Que isso? Pegou o Cucu. Meu Deus. Olha, pegou o Cucu, velho. Valeu?
Pior que valeu, não pegou no chão.
Isso aqui foi interceptação, Cucu.
Some fans
Meu
are
Deus, o Costa.
Nossa, cara.
This fan got his hand on Tom Brady's used water bottle and did this.
Acho que
Lord, that is straight up nasty. Just like number 17, cause during a Steelers game, Ben Roethlisberger got his back blown out by his own teammate.
tá acontecendo ali.
Farradinha de graça.
Tá vendo? Se eu e o Vinícius tivesse o mesmo time, seria mais ou menos isso.
Back in 2005, a football almost got swept up by a hurricane.
Meu Deus, um tornado passando.
Eita porra! Meu Deus, mano! Caralho, velho!
15 was flying too, because Justin Jefferson made one of the most ridiculous catches in NFL history.
Ó, foi. Mandou.
Que isso, pegou com uma mão só.
A gente viu essa play, não viu? Nossa, mas roubou da mão do outro.
Jesus, that man's an animal. But so is OBJ. Cause at number 14, he made a ridiculous play for a touchdown. And instead of celebrating like a normal person, OBJ marked his territory with the most ridiculous celebration in NFL history.
Vamos ver.
I guess he's got that dog in him. But the NFL player number 13 is an untrained dog. Because after making a tackle, Mike Daniels completely embarrassed himself on national TV.
Mike Daniels is excited, but maybe he's a little too excited.
Fez xixi.
Isso, mano.
Mike Daniels, do you have to go potty?
Yo, how the hell did that happen? But I got even more questions for number 12. Because in the middle of an NFL game, the field became flooded in the most ridiculous way possible.
To Michael Robinson, Seattle on top.
Meu Deus, meu Deus!
Nossa.
Olha os...
New ownership. That's what they do now.
Man, those dudes got so
O bom que dá uma refrescada, né?
11. This ref got pounded, cause during a fumble,
Caralho, o juiz... Nossa, mataram o juiz. Mataram o juiz,
Ah, os
cara.
caras aproveitaram pra pular, de certeza.
my man got sent to another dimension. But
Os caras aproveitaram, certeza.
Nossa,
which means we're taking
Ai.
ridiculous.
que isso?
And we gotta talk about the time an NFL game was interrupted by aliens. See, in 1970,
Aliens.
Cowboys and Steelers were playing a game in Pittsburgh, and it just seemed like any average game. But there was something mysterious going on above the stadium, because when everyone looked up, they saw this.
Ah,
Now what is that?
só nessa época aí, né? Tinha
I
essas
want you to
coisas.
explain that to me.
É um avião.
I'm afraid that this is sort of a Twilight Zone football game.
Now remember, there were no drones or anything like that back then, so people were going
aviãozinho,
crazy, wondering what those flying objects actually were. But after multiple investigations, there was still no explanation. Hell, there was even a news report in 2011 by Channel 4 Action News.
1979, essas coisas é tudo velho, né?
Any solid answer.
lógico.
So to this day, people still believe it was actually aliens. Man, I've never seen anything like that. Now for number 9, what if I told you this is the
Number
only
9.
coach in the NFL that needs a bodyguard?
Bodyguard?
Let me explain. See, Rams head coach Sean McVay
bodyguard?
was
Como
having
assim?
problems with bumping into refs. I mean, he'd be so into the game, he wouldn't realize that he was having
Puta que pariu!
and it started to become
Nossa.
a problem. Because every time he got caught or bumped into a ref, his team got a penalty. Now, the Rams organization decided that they just couldn't have this anymore and decided to take matters into their own hands. So they put their heads together and came up with the most ridiculous solution: hiring a dude whose only job.
Nossa, ele precisa de cara pra ele não fazer merda.
Não, ele é um cara só pra proteger ele.
Like a sidestep into the path of
Meu
the official and
Deus,
then
mano.
remove back.
Ele fica prestando atenção na porra do jogo, ele
No, look,
simplesmente se esquece, né, do resto.
Liga.
Number 8, he got his ass beat in front of the entire world. See, Odell's been known for throwing tantrums his entire career, from getting into fights, headbutting things on the sideline, hell, even just kicking a ball into the stands over a drop pass. But in 2016, someone finally put Odell in his place, cause after not receiving a wide open pass, he blew a fuse and decided to attack the kicker's net. But it fought back.
Odell Beckham. Frustration
Se fudeu, velho.
Hey man, that's karma. But 3 weeks later,
Maluco retardado, mano.
winning touchdown against the Ravens, he made good with the net by giving it a little smooch.
And back to the net, which is the Holy Grail.
I gotta be honest, man, that's a pretty toxic relationship. But number 6 is straight up abuse. Cause one time, a bunch of mascots beat up
Ah, tô ligado. É os mascotes contra as crianças.
Vikings halftime show. The team
Mascote só destruíram, né? Certeza.
Certeza.
kids. First grown-ass mascots. And during the game, people thought the mascots were gonna take it easy on. But what was supposed to be an
Sabe que tem os mascotes que não se gostam?
turned into a bloodbath.
Os mascotes é poucas, velho. Nossa.
Nossa!
And guess what? They've been doing this for years. Just beating kids up over and over. Now, these dudes are a bunch of animals. But there are some much crazier
Eita
moments in that.
porra!
Like the time a player pooped himself on the field, or when a Chiefs fan
What's
got
she-
on the FBI's most wanted list. But something else that's crazy is this thing called Factor 75, aka the best meal delivery service
AKA.
on the planet. Look, dog, if you're like me, you're probably ordering some expensive, unhealthy takeout all the time. I mean, cooking and shopping, it just takes way too much time. But now, let's imagine a world where fresh, chef-prepared meals are delivered right to your door and only take 2 minutes to cook. Well, with Factor 75, you're
Toda vez que eu vejo essa porra dessa loguinho dele falando aí, me lembra nesse
by
calma.
dietary experts. You can do keto, count your calories, go vegetarian. Factor will create the perfect meal plan for you. And in my opinion, the best part is how affordable everything is, especially compared to other delivery services. Because you can get Factor meals for as low as $11 per meal. That's why I've been using it myself.
Caralho,
for
uns
over
dólares isso aí, velho.
Well, look, I wanted them to be even cheaper for you guys, alright?
Nossa.
So I worked out a deal with Factor and got a special discount for everyone watching. 50% off your first box. That is less than $6 per meal. So head over to Factor75.com or click the link below and use code ReboundFootball50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. Yeah, that's 50% off only for you. And of course, big shout out
Manda
to
pro Eduardo aí, ó.
Factor75 for sponsoring.
Aí, Eduardo, desconte nas marmitas aqui, ó.
About the Chiefs fan who got on the
virar
FBI's
bombs.
most wanted list. This is Chiefsaholic, Kansas City's biggest fan, and for years he's shown his support for his team by going crazy at tailgates and rallying other fans up before
Ele é
games.
de cachorrão no bagulho.
This is it, baby! AFC Championship game! This entire season has been devoted to one purpose, and that's to run it back!
Chiefsaholic would travel from state to state for every road game, and by 2022, he'd become a local legend. But then, people noticed something strange. On December 18th, the Chiefs were in Houston to face the Texans, and as fans started filing into the stadium, there was one important piece missing for Kansas City. Chiefsaholic was nowhere to be found. Immediately, fans rushed to Twitter, hoping to find some answers, and that's when they found out something horrifying.
Chiefsaholic, also known as Xavier Michael Babudar, is a career criminal who was disguising himself as a f***ing wolf who loved the Kansas City Chiefs, was actually caught red-handed with a gun robbing a bank in Texas on Friday.
Yeah, He
Mano,
was arrested for allegedly robbing banks in his costume. And he
what
wasn't
the
doing it to pay
fuck,
the bill.
mano?
Meu
It was so he
Deus,
could afford
mano.
to go to all these Chiefs games. And now in
O cara é um criminoso,
put
velho.
on probation and was released from jail. But once the man got out, he cut off his ankle monitor and robbed 6 more banks. So the FBI got involved.
Caralho,
Mano, o cara
velho.
roubou mais 6 bancos, velho.
Que porra é essa, mano?
Cross Chiefsaholic off the most wanted list.
Chief superfan, fugitive, and suspected bank robber Xavier Babudar had his first appearance in a federal courtroom this afternoon in Northern California. Since his arrest Friday, the man known to fans as Chiefsaholic is now charged with bank robbery and money laundering. Babudar spent the last 4 months on the lam after removing his ankle monitor and skipping a March court date to be arraigned on bank robbery charges in Oklahoma.
This man went from tailgating to facing at least 10 years in prison. But Mike Tomlin should be locked up too, cause at number 5, he did something so ridiculous, it could have ended a player's career. See, during a close game against the Steelers in 2013, Ravens' Jacoby Jones caught the ball and made an incredible run. I mean, there was nobody in front of him. It looked like a guaranteed touchdown, or so he thought, cause just before he could reach the end zone, NFL coach Mike Tomlin pulled a dirt
Caralho, tá voando, filha da puta.
by standing out on the field to block it.
Taken down at the 27.
Oxi.
And Tomlin is essentially on the field here, and you just wonder if he's trying to get out of the way.
Ele tava no campo?
Yeah, now that's a cheap shot. He could have tore Jacoby's ACL or MCL with a stunt like that, and that's it. No more NFL career. And while the Steelers ended up losing the game, the NFL didn't let Tomlin off the hook, because after reviewing the play, they decided he needed to pay the price and fine his ass $100 grand.
Nossa!
Incident though.
Nossa.
I mean, it took him 9 years before he
$100
acknowledged it
mil
on the
dólares.
Pivot podcast.
Quanto que um cara desse daí ganha? Ele deve ganhar muito, muito, muito mais que isso.
Like, bro, I ain't know if everybody found out ask you, bro. Your ass was right there, coach.
Hey, I'll tell you this. People that know me and know the level of respect that I have for the game and the men that play it, then I don't feel the need to explain it to them. And those that don't know me, I just assume they think the worst of me. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But look, number 4 is
tá
way
bom.
worse, because we gotta talk about the nastiest event in football.
Meu Deus.
During the 2020 season, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens were taking on
Meu Deus, salva o Lamar, gente.
during the game. Something was off for Lamar, because there was clearly something bothering him. So at the start of the 4th quarter, he
Tá se
ran off
cagando?
the field, claiming he
Meu
had cramps.
Deus.
But that's just what he wanted everyone to think, because 10 minutes later, Lamar came back out ready to play, like nothing happened. So Twitter, celebrities, and the entire internet started thinking Lamar was lying, and that he was around for the Super Bowl by pooping his pants.
Ai,
Lamar Jackson is back in the Ravens locker room being treated for cramps.
But when Lamar was asked about the
Cramps.
incident, he tried to cover his ass.
Lembra-se.
Just to clarify, you didn't have to use the bathroom or anything in the back, right?
I was cramping. I ain't putting Paul Pierce.
This man beat the
Certo.
allegations. The brand
qual que é o problema de falar que foi dar um cagão?
legendary. And speaking of legendary, we did the top 3, which means we're going redonkulous. Starting with the time a fan stole
Caralho,
millions
outro bagulho de furto?
Giants. Back in 2008, the Giants and the Patriots were facing off in the Super Bowl. And going into the match, the Patriots hadn't lost a game the entire season. But when the final whistle blew, the Giants had beaten the Patriots, leaving fans crushed. But one fan took the loss too far, cause he found out the jeweler making the Giants Super Bowl rings happened to be near his hometown, so he devised a plan to break in and steal them. And after weeks of planning and pulling together a
Os
team
caras iam
of
roubar os
2
anel
other
dele, é
guys,
isso?
he not only broke in and stole the
That's
rings,
good.
he stole everything else inside, totaling over $2 million. And
Meu Deus.
would have got away with it, but he told one of his ex-girlfriends the entire story. And after they broke up, she ratted his ass out. So in the end, Sean was sentenced to 20 years in prison, and the Super Bowl rings were all returned. Damn, I don't know if this dude's crazy or a savage, but Plaxico Burress was just dumb. Cause in number 2, he ruined his career in the most ridiculous way. See, Plaxico Burress had everything you wanted. A spot on the New York Giants, millions of dollars, and even a Super Bowl ring. This man was on top of the football world, but he had one more thing that cost him everything. See, in November of 2008, Plaxico was in a New York nightclub, just looking to have a good time. But he kept that thing on him, and while he was walking up the stairs, the unthinkable happened. His gun fell out of his pants and accidentally shot himself in the leg. Even though he got rushed to the hospital and ended up being okay, things got way worse. Cause not only did he get a 4-game suspension from the NFL,
caiu e ainda tirou nele mesmo.
NFL future.
Now, a big city anti-gun mayor is involved, one who only last year posted thousands of signs warning people against using illegal guns.
I think it'd be an
illegal gun
if we didn't prosecute to the fullest extent of the law.
Under New York state law, if convicted,
Porra, dos começos lá tava mais legal. Esse aqui só é sem vergonha.
Plaxico was found guilty. That 4-game suspension.
Cagando que o cara deu um tiro na própria perna, velho. Vambora, ainda foi preso por isso.
Dollars lost. And as if that wasn't bad enough, Plaxico regrets that one shot every single day.
I see guys like Randy Moss and Terrell Owens and all those guys that I played with, and I was like, I basically like shot down a Hall of Fame career.
Man, next time just leave the safety on. Well, listen, we're moving on to number 1, our top moment, the most ridiculous halftime show in NFL history. It was Super Bowl 38. Over 144 million people watching live. Everyone from children to grandparents were all huddled around their TV, and they were excited to see 2 of the biggest stars in the world, Janet Jackson
eu lembro disso.
So when they took
Arrancar a roupa dela.
everyone was
crazy.
Arrancar a roupa dela. Sem querer.
On the performance of a lifetime, but during the final minutes of their epic performance, something nobody saw coming happened. Cause on the final note of the performance, Justin was supposed to rip part of Janet's costume to reveal another layer of her outfit, but instead, she had a wardrobe malfunction, exposing herself to the entire world. And just a few days later,
Meu Deus, ela ficou com a tetona pra fora?
Explaining exactly what happened.
Was it planned, Janet?
No.
It was not planned.
Well, what people don't understand is he was to take and rip the piece off that he did.
The leather piece.
Right, but more came off than what was supposed to.
And this proved to be a costly mistake for everyone involved. Because not only did it hurt Janet's career, but the NFL was asked to refund the halftime show sponsor for $10 million. God damn. Now that is one expensive nipple. But believe it or not, there's an NFL player that lost more money than that for breaking the rules. Cause Calvin Ridley lost over $11 million after being suspended for gambling on NFL games. Turns out, he had no clue that rule existed. And he's not alone. There are a ton of NFL rules that nobody knows about, like how players aren't allowed to use inhalers, or that a team started fining players every time they farted. There's some stuff going on in that rule book. If you want to hear more, then you need to click on this video. These are NFL rules you didn't know exist.
Não, pra completar tem uma boa aqui pra mostrar aqui. Essa aqui deveria estar aí, cara. Isso aqui eu vi ao vivo.
Aonde?
Que mandei no Discord.
Deixa eu ver.
Põe só.
Calma.
Daniel Jones. Bom, começando lá de trás o Daniel Jones e olha só o option e vamos ver até onde ele vai. Lá vai o Daniel Jones, o campo inteiro para Daniel Jones, vai cair sozinho! Não!
Ele caiu sozinho, velho.
Não, cair sozinho não, Daniel Jones, você ia fazer a jogada mais espetacular da semana.
Nem fudendo que ele caiu sozinho, mano.
Olharam o comentarista, vai cair.
Pelo amor de Deus, também, viu?
Mas de qualquer forma, uma corrida espetacular do Jones.
Olha, eu já sabia, mas não!
O que aconteceu, mano?
Caí na linha de 12 jardas dele, aqui não, filho.
Estendeu uma coisa na perna?
No comentarista, cara. Presta atenção no comentarista.
Não, o comentarista voltando. Ele tava rosnando, ó. Ó, rosnando. Ó. Olha lá. Olha lá.
Não! Cai sozinho não!
Eu nem entendi o que ele falou aqui, mano. Deixa eu voltar, calma aí. Ele falou, você vai cair. Calma aí, rapidinho, gente. Calma, gente.
O campo inteiro pra Daniel Jones, vai cair sozinho!
Não vai cair, né? Como que é o nome do cara?
Oh, Antunes.
Antunes, não vai cair, Antunes. Ele falou muito rápido, velho. É isso, termine.
Cara, eu vi isso aqui ao vivo, mano, e eu não acreditei. Porque eu tive um ataque de riso quando aconteceu isso, velho.
Onde ele vai?
Ai, já.
Daniel Jones!
Olha lá.
O inteiro pra dentro.
Pô, mas tá com menos 7 pontos aqui? Tá
Não,
certo,
é que eles estão com a posse de bola.
Ah.
Mano do céu, cara. Sério. Se pegar só as narrações brasileiras, mano, vai ter uma coleção de memes, velho.
Como que o cara me cai sozinho? Era só correr mais um pouquinho, velho. Ai, tá bom, acaba assim nisso. Vai, vambora.
É isso, my friend. Deixa nos comentários aí se vocês curtiram ou não. Alguns bons, outros são enrolados aí também. É isso. Deixa o likezinho pra ajudar nós também. Tamo junto. Valeu, falou e até mais.